I am super excited to introduce you to the 8 speakers from the Big Talk Academy Virtual Showcase Spring 2024 cohort. These incredible speakers entertain, educate, inspire, and invite you to think bigger and how you can have global impact by listening to their incredible stories. Enjoy. Karin Lanz pioneers the circular economy with her beauty brand, No Excuses, Lanur, the first label worldwide promoting exclusively cradle-to-cradle certified, gold certified products. As an entrepreneur, she passionately champions innovative practices, forging a path towards a better world for generations to come. Everyone, please welcome to the stage Karin Lanz, the circular economy, and my unwavering belief in the perfection of nature.
How much I used to love this orange reddish sundowner, an insect-tinted drink with a dye that is, after all, natural. Yes, insects. Ground, dried cochineal beetles deliver the vibrant red known as carmine. But they have been one by one replaced by synthetic azosurrogates, a petroleum-based surrogate that was invented in the early 20th century. They are widely used food dyes and among the most controversial. They're linked to allergies, asthma, with a clinical proven harmful effect on the thyroid and the kidneys, and potentially carcinogenic. Even though they have been banned from certain countries and certain industries, they can still be used in alcoholic beverages. So I'm sorry if I spoiled this for you. We live in a toxic world. We are exposed to toxic materials and we endure toxic relationships, including the one with ourselves. But it's not easy. We fall victim to countless global would-be economic and governmental solutions that promise us a silver bullet to establish stability. Green labels, often self-proclaimed by the industries, happily cradle us into mock safety. These toxins and toxic views poison our bodies, our minds, and the environment. And at the same time, the linear system turns us into a uniform mass. It tells us exactly what it wants to keep these wheels turning. Well, growing up, I was caught between what I instinctively felt to be right and a linear system that taught me where my place was and who I had to become in this homogeneous mass. Picture Wisteria Lane from Desperate Housewives. Even if you don't know the show, we desperately try to be what the system wants us to be, perfectly visualized by the carefully maintained lawns. There's no space for wildlife, no bugs, no biodiversity, just uniformity. I refused to be like everyone else. I was quite a rebel and making some noise to unthink the status quo, not always for the things I wanted to. But I discovered that in this linear economy, we act like toxic lovers. We distrust our partner. We manipulate everything. And we assume that the resources are plenty and exponential growth is a God-given right. There will always be enough love and care. But the linear economy is the classic myth of an efficient system, because it operates under the assumption of limitless resources, yet we know that we use faster than our planet can produce and give. The World Overshoot Day 2024 is in July the 25th. By this day, we will have used all the resources our planet can produce, and we will live on credit. Back in the 70s, this day was in November. And we still believe our cushy man-made mass-productive system will never fail us. It takes courage to admit that our behavior is toxic. Peeling back the layers to get to the truth is a deeply transformational process that roots in trial and error. And exactly in this active approach of trial and error, we find new paths and new perspectives. The most obvious proof of human inefficiency. This smell, this vastness, all this made from the precious resources of our planet, lost for us and for all the other animals. This is greedy and cruel. A world that disposes one truck of garment every second isn't efficient, nor is it respectful. My pioneering work started with the unwavering belief in the perfection of nature. This trust in her processes enables us to find solutions that work for every modern society. Nature knows best, and that is why in my quest for a sustainable product design, I focused on Mother Nature, a perfectly circular system based on diversity. The more diverse it gets, the more stable it becomes. And in the end, there is never waste, there is only nutrients. Borrow from nature and give back to nature, as we all come from nature and go back to nature. It's an entirely different mindset that says we deserve the best and we return unharmed. Our longevity is undeniably linked to that of our planet, and yet we work so hard to suppress nature. Not just the front lawns, our true nature very much as well. Our toxic one-way relationship with nature is social and organizational blindness. Blind to her balance and perfection, blind to the potential of individualism and diversity. This damages the ecosystem and it hurts us personally. In this exclusive thinking, women earn less, the disabled are left behind, Indigenous people are not heard, and our cultural background decides if we are top or flop. But nature teaches us that diversity is the foundation of all life. We should consider a drastic U-turn from fitting into the system to enriching the system. It's a bit like becoming who you already are, unlearning the habits that the linear economy has taught us, finding the awareness that I am in this world, and without this world, I am not. Our personal microcosm is an integral part of the world as a macrocosm. A system change to the circular economy does not mean we have to go back to our caves and relinquish any kind of comfort, but it does mean to embrace diversity at all levels. I invite you to embrace your own perfection and come back into balance with nature and yourself. There is a reason why you are who you are, and there is a reason why nature is perfect. Thank you.
Oh, so amazing, Karin, so amazing. Going through this process, watching you have so many things you wanted to talk about, so many complex ideas that are really important, all equally as important. You did such a wonderful job of making it all work in such a wonderful, digestible, inspiring way. I absolutely love it. Your set is great. Your slides are perfectly placed. Your wardrobe is awesome. Lighting and sound is spot on. The image of that drink at the very beginning is so wonderful because it gets us all salivating and excited. And then you talk to us about toxins. and how they're in our drinks. It was just such a great introduction. How toxins poison our minds, bodies, and planet. You delivered that, what could have been a very curt and potentially angry statement, with love, without demanding anything from us. And that is really masterful, really, really, really masterful. And you did that through this entire talk. You never got on a soapbox. You never pointed your finger at us. You simply delivered the facts as they are. And that's going to inspire us to think differently. The linear economy and toxic lovers. That's such a great analogy. It makes us understand, because we all know what a toxic lover is. And so it's such a great way to connect those dots for us, telling us that this is greedy and cruel, and cutting to that image of you standing in all of the waste is so heartbreaking. And that's what good slides do. They make us feel something. Never waste only nutrients when you borrow from Mother Nature and give back to her. Again, another statement that is so easy to digest, but incredibly potent. How the circular economy enriches and inspires effortless diversity. So good. And your invitation for us to think about nature and how we're all connected and why this is so important. It's just, it's a movement. And I'm so excited to be enlisted in your movement. Beautiful work. Thank you for watching the Big Talk Academy Virtual Showcase Spring 2024 cohort. If you love these talks, definitely share in the comments so that we can fully support you. And if you want to get on my big stage, head over to thebigtalkacademy.com so we can make your dream of having impact a reality. Big love. Mwah.